Hello, everyone out there. Welcome back to Dancers Doing Stuff. This is episode 11, which is like really crazy cool. I'm super excited to be here. And today, in the theme of Halloween, because it is almost Halloween, I have my friend Morgan here, and she is going to be teaching me how to do a super spooky Halloween makeup look. She is an amazing dancer. She's based in New York, and I'm really garbage at makeup, so this should be really interesting. She's also been getting really into TikTok over this quarantine and making a lot of really creative and unique videos, and like really going with the makeup and doing some acting, and it's like really funny and fun, and she's not just like copying what everyone else is doing. She's like really being creative and original with it. So I'm excited to talk to her about that and dance and just all of the different things. So I think it'll be really, really great. And I am going to show you, as always, I love to hype up my guests. So I'm going to show you two videos, one of her dancing and her awesome dance skills, and then another of some of my favorite TikToks that she's done. So let's do the dance one first. Yay! I love that. Such a good reel. And let me show you the fun TikTok videos. Let me get that up. It's not showing up because technology has not been my friend recently. And also, we're in a retrograde apparently. So let's see. Boom. Here we go.
Oh, I shall practice my curtsy.
Don't turn your back on me, Scar.
Oh, no, Mufasa. Perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me.
Is that a challenge?
Temper.
I want to see your cheeks glow red.
Upon one summer's morning, I carefully did stray down by the walls of Wapping, where I met a sailor gay.
Tell us where the talking llama is, and we'll burn your house to the ground.
Don't you mean ore?
Tell us where the talking llama is, or we'll burn your house to the ground.
Those are so funny. I mean, she has so many funny ones. And like, look at that makeup. I'm blown away. I can do one eye look that I learned in Pro Sem, and that is my one go-to. So I'm super excited to bring in Morgan. Let me give her a round of applause. Yay! You're here! And it's so exciting because now you can actually see, because the software is working and everything. Tech is starting to work for me. I've had some microphone troubles. Let me just make sure that you are not muted. And here we go. Welcome.
There we go. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing in this
I'm
retrograde in 2020? That's a sick joke, isn't it?
Yep. Here we are. We're here, and that's all that we can ask for.
I
Yeah.
love this. This is really fun though. It's like it's a really good way of like staying connected, even though I'm in Florida because of the pandemic. So this is fun. This will be able to stay connected and do something fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So, before we get going with our chat and talking about dance and everything, let's start with the makeup because I need a lot of help and
That is okay.
I'm scared, but I'm excited. I'm going to put my hair up for
Believe me, I
this.
did this look before and I was definitely scared as well. So
Seriously. Okay, so what is the first thing that I need to do?
okay. So do you have a foundation of any kind? Do you start with foundation at all?
I mean, yeah. I can start with foundation. Let's see what
Before we got going, I had to slap on my brows really quickly.
I just got my brows
Did
done.
you say you like don't know anything about makeup, but any of the makeup you've shown me has been like great.
Because I get like one item a year, and I'm like, this is the cool thing. Fenty is the cool thing to do, so I'll get that. And then I don't wear it because who knows if this is even the right color. So, okay. So we put the foundation on our face. So you are from, I'm just going to use my fingers. I also have some marker on my hand, so it might come with it. Okay, so you are from Florida originally?
I'm originally. Now this is a talking point like right away. I was born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I had no idea.
That's usually that's usually a surprise to most people. You know the whole like Mean Girls thing of like, well, why are you white? Yeah, I actually live that.
That is crazy.
People actually ask me that. But
Wow.
my dad works for the military, so that's why I was over there.
Okay.
But my family has been living in Florida for the past couple of years, and my mom is here. So I came back down here from New York in May because of coronavirus.
Right.
So,
Like
yeah,
why stay in New York if you could be in Florida, honestly?
I
The nice
mean,
weather. Are you like by the beach at all?
I'm like a 10-minute drive from the beach.
Oh my god,
And
that's
actually
a dream.
Pensacola, which is like the area that I'm in. I'm not in like Miami or anywhere cool in Florida. I'm in like Hicksville, nowhere. Like I live on a highway. But
I mean,
I am
but-
a 10-minute drive from the beach.
That's good. That must have been really nice. As someone who was in New York for this whole quarantine, mostly in my apartment, I am jealous of you. But although Florida has been a little scary during this pandemic, so that also must be scary for you.
Tomorrow or like sometime tonight, we're supposed to be getting our third hurricane. So
Oh my goodness.
that's been interesting.
It's like just one more thing to worry about.
Like I've experienced a pandemic lockdown. I've experienced a hurricane lockdown now this year. Maybe a second one tomorrow, you know, who knows.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. 2020 is, I'm ready for it to be gone.
I also just want to point out the audacity of Mercury to go in retrograde.
Right?
Here, I when I found that out, I was just like,
So rude, honestly. So rude.
what?
So, when did you move? I have 5 questions in my brain right now. So, you were born in Saudi Arabia. When did you move around a lot when you were younger? And then also with that question, when did you start dance and how was that? Dancing and moving, if you moved a lot and all of that. Like, give me the backstory of your life.
So, I moved with my family to the States when I was around and that was when I started dancing a couple months later, because I kept asking my mom if I could go to ballet class. I was obsessed with Angelina Ballerina when I was a kid, and that was just like my driving force to wanting to dance. So when we moved to the States, that's when I started dancing, and I did ballet up until about 3 years ago. So I was like one step away from like being in a professional ballet company, and then I just fell into hip hop.
Yeah,
and, like,
I think
that was a thing.
we both have similar, like when I feel like a lot of people who've met me in the past few years don't realize that I mostly trained in like ballet and modern growing up. I did a lot of jazz too, and I love jazz and hip hop, you know, but I was like mostly taking ballet. When I moved to New York, I did the Pro Sem program at BDC, and I was a ballet concentration. We did like a point piece in our final thing. Like I took like Jared a few times, you know, but I was like always in like Natalia Stavros' class and Matthew Powell, and yeah, like that was my life until I kind of was trying to branch out. And so I think we've both kind of gone through that. I mean, I still really love ballet, and I need to get back into it because I think my body actually feels, because I don't know about you if you feel this way, but because I did so much ballet growing up, that not doing ballet, it's like I'm getting injured because the muscles that my body is used to having strong and like hold me together are like weak now. So now I'm getting just like weird injuries that are literally because, oh, your turnout muscles are weak right now, or like your hips are not holding themselves the right way. Like it's so crazy how you don't even realize, like as dancers when you're young, you're literally training your muscles from like to hold yourself up. So definitely. I don't know if you feel that too, but
I definitely noticed that difference. Like my strength comes from a completely different place, and it's just like when I was training so much when I did Pro Sem, which was 2 years ago, I was a street and theater split. So okay. I was like, at the time, I was like, please don't put me in a ballet class.
Right, like bye.
I was just like,
no point twos for
like,
me.
They were like, no, you have to take some ballet, and I'm like, I've had like 14 years of it. Is that necessary?
It's so crazy. They make everyone take ballet in Pro Sem, and I was like taking it voluntarily.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I wish someone would make me take ballet, especially in quarantine. I think that that's something that I'm really going to try and do, is like start trying to take ballet in the morning before I go to work, just in my living room, because I think that that'll make me feel better. It's kind of like coming back to like your basics. It's like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I think it's just so
doing some of that myself. I don't know if you've found Catherine Morgan.
Oh no, I need to check her
YouTube.
out.
So she's an old friend of mine. She was at like New York City Ballet, and then she got sick, and she started a YouTube channel to kind of like educate young dancers. She's incredible. Anybody who's watching and like wants some insight into like ballet and ballet companies, or just like ballet classes to like keep yourself going, she has those as well. She's
so
incredible.
Cool. I need to check that out. I'll definitely put a link in the description. I need that.
I didn't realize how much I had lost, and it was so weird to be doing things that felt so hard but were so easy.
Yeah, like it's crazy, especially when your body knows how it should feel, and then that's been something that's been hard. I think just over quarantine in all styles, but especially in ballet for me, part of that, I have such a fear of doing it and feeling how bad I am at it, because I know, because it's so clearly like, you know what you should be doing, you know how it should feel, you know what the right technique is. I'm like standing in 5th position right now, like my butt's in the way of standing in fifth position. Like, it's just like my body is completely different right now. So it's like, it's mentally really hard to cope with. But I think if anyone out there is going through this, also let us know, and also know that it's totally natural and we can't be expected in quarantine to be in the same place as we were before this, because it's really hard. Even if you have the space or you have the access to classes and everything, it's so different and it's so hard, and it's okay if you're not motivated and all that. That's my TED Talk for today. So, anywho.
I think definitely, I haven't been, I feel like this is so, like,
exposing.
Say, but, like, I haven't been dancing as much as, like, because, like, I feel like a lot of people might feel this way, but dance feels so foreign in a time like this. And it's like, yeah, you have, like, Steezy, and, like, people are doing online classes, and I think we can tend to feel bad that we don't want to dance, and we don't want to, like, find any way to just, like, take classes. And it's like, some people do feel that way, but it's, like, also okay to kind of, like, do what I'm doing, like, indulge again in, like, my makeup skills and, like, the TikTok and the acting and stuff like that. It's still making me happy, and it's still kind of getting me through this time. So it's like, don't feel bad about, like, doing other things. Like, dance is going to be there, New York is going to be there when we come back. And it's just like, if you're happy doing something else, write that out.
Yeah,
So
totally.
nice.
I know there's kind of this feeling of like, am I not a real dancer if I'm not living and breathing and eating and sleeping and taking every online class possible? And it's like, no, you could still be a dancer and not dance for a month or 6 months, or, it's like, yes, the physical part of it, the stamina and like your muscle strength, that might go away a little bit, but your knowledge and your artistry is not going to leave you, because if you're a true artist, that comes from inside, and that inside is still there even when you're not physically moving. So I think that, I hope that helps someone out there, because I kind of need to hear that from someone. I need to take my own advice, but it's definitely, it's a weird time. Okay, so
I think an old guest that you had, Becca, she said, like, you're a human first.
Exactly. Okay, so I put my foundation on. What's next?
Okay, do you have powder? Something to kind of set that in place. If you don't, that is totally fine.
No, but I'll put that on the list of things I need. So, like, is this like baking? When you bake your face?
That's what I did, yes.
Okay.
So you have
I know
kind of
James
like
Charles does that.
Oh, yes. Do some digging on some more YouTubers, because there are so many. One that I have loved for years is Jaclyn Hill.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that name.
Yes. So people used to call me, like, the mini Jaclyn Hill, and it just made me, like, so happy.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
But so that is kind of what I did, was taking, like, a loose powder. It looks like
Okay, a loose powder.
And putting it, like, all over.
And that
then,
helps
like, in
so that
areas-
you don't, like, get oily? Is that what the point of that is?
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's like baking can help to kind of the technique of baking actually came from drag queens, because they do so much makeup, and they're so active, and they're under, like, lights and stuff like that. So it's something that they did a long time ago, which is layering the loose powder in areas that can crease or get really sweaty. And it's actually using your own body temperature, like, between that layer of powder and your own body temperature. It kind of, like, cements that and, like, makes it, like, bulletproof.
Wow, I had
It's
literally no.
really cool, which is a little bit of, like, what I did, because I creased over my top lip and, like, right under my eyes. So I'll bake a little bit to kind of, like, keep that in place. So
That is so cool. I literally never knew the point of why people did that. And like I said, I'm garbage at makeup. So that is very interesting. I literally just smacked this on with my fingers, and here we are.
That is totally fine. What I love is a YouTuber that I really like always says that makeup has no rules. You can do whatever you want, whatever makes you feel confident, but makeup does have a theory. There are theories to how it can help you, how it can enhance things. So it's like, if you want to know the theories, yeah, sure, but like, there's no rules. Do whatever the heck you want.
Cool. Okay, so now,
The next thing
what's
that
next?
comes next is grabbing your black eyeliner.
Got it.
So
This I have.
nobody out there,
That's
this is what
not
it's gonna
the
look
end.
like. I'm gonna
Boom.
use the paleness of my face instead of doing the whole like beauty that thing. I refuse to do it. I don't know why I have this like disgust of it. Like I don't mind if other people do it. It's just like
You have to
but,
put
like,
your hand up.
I've never done it. I will never
Focus.
do it. I have a YouTube channel coming out with
Yay!
shameless plug, but like you will not.
Yes,
you will
no,
not do that.
plug it
Sorry.
away. I'm excited. Okay, so I've got this eyeliner marker.
Yes.
It's an eyeliner
Okay,
marker
so-
thing. I got it in a
you're-
Fab Fun Fit box. I'm gonna come on
I
my
love those.
up
I've
on
been
my
actually
knees.
thinking about getting those. So
I
what you're gonna
enjoy
do
it.
is taking the eyeliner, and you're basically gonna start outlining some of the points of like the skull. My mirror is very
My
dirty,
skull.
so I'm gonna clean that off first.
I love it.
So you're gonna
So like
start at
my
your cheek,
my brain skull. Here we are. Okay.
where you're starting. Well, you can do up on the forehead or on the cheekbone, but what I'm gonna do with the cheekbone is I'm gonna go like right on top of it. And I'm
Okay.
gonna just draw a line down my cheekbone. And once it kind of hits the apple of your cheek, swoop it right down like that.
Oh no, that was
Perfect.
bad.
Yep.
We'll fix it.
Oh, that's
Okay.
perfect. That's the perfect shape. So this is just outlining like the
My hollow cheeks for my dead skull face. Happy Halloween.
Dead like my soul.
Do I do it on the other side also?
Yes.
Oh wow, this is like a stat. It looks like there was an earthquake when I drew this. Okay. Let's see. Stuck in my cheeks.
It's probably not going to be super symmetrical either. Because our faces aren't symmetrical.
Unless you're
Unless
really
you're, like-
beautiful, right? That's what they say.
Like Judy Hadid or like
Wow, I've got a really squiggly skull, but you know what? It's Halloween. It's spooky season, so.
that's
Do you
what-
have any Halloween plans?
See, what we were going to do was, there is a zoo that is close by my house. I love going to the zoo. We went when it was like, June or July. So what I did right here was I just kind of like,
Draw like some chunks out of your head.
yep.
Okay. Here we go.
The community around here is like obsessed with the animals at the zoo, so there's always like a big.
Is it Tiger King community? Is that in Florida?
That is further south, but not my area.
That's good, that's good.
Florida is basically like the marshland of the U.S. So, I have small alligators that some might call lizards in my backyard, like constantly. Little frogs. There were like 10 little tiny frogs on like my back door and my screens and stuff like that.
That's
It's
so
like,
cute.
I have a zoo in my own backyard.
Oh my god,
So
amazing.
once you've got the outlines of these, what I'm actually gonna do really quick, and I'm gonna hold my mirror up here, is you're gonna draw the nose. Basically, I don't know if you can see, outline in like a circle.
Oh, because a skeleton has like a hole in their nose.
Yeah, there's like
This
the
is
hole
just
in there.
cartilage.
So it'll look like, I'm just gonna like shove my nose up in the camera here real quick.
Amazing, same. I don't even have a mirror, so I'm just. Okay.
Once you've got that little circle, you're gonna bring it up on one side. And you're gonna make a little point like that.
Just on one side.
It's on one side, And then you're going to do a bigger one connecting on the other side.
Bigger one.
So it'll look something like that.
Ooh, it's kind of like a lopsided cat. Oh no. Well, that's okay. Well, it's
that's
not
good. You're doing great.
Okay, here we go. I'm excited. Okay.
So
Next step.
Let's go ahead and you can either take like a gel liner, which is what I have, or you can take a black eyeshadow and this like flat brush.
Okay. I think I've got this. It looks like an actual paintbrush. Will this work?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Killing
So
it.
you're going to take something black, whether it's gel eyeliner, eyeshadow, the ashes of your exes.
I have this Sephora Pro palette because my friend from growing up, he was working at Sephora and he tried to teach me how to do makeup, and then I disappointed him. Okay, I've got the black on the makeup brush. Am I filling in these little things?
Yes, so you can go ahead and okay, good. So filling in the nose is just really easy. You just kind of take the whatever you're using.
Whoa, crazy.
So what you can do is either what I ended up doing was on the forehead and a lot here, and then kind of going lighter with your pressure on like your brush so that it kind of fades, so it looks like it's sinking in here, not as much here.
I definitely look scary, so that's good. Okay. Cool. While I'm doing this, I'd love to hear a little bit more about like your dance journey once you got to New York, and kind of some of the goals that you have and your dreams in terms of dance.
Yeah, so I moved to New York a little over 2 years ago. About 6 months before that, I had dropped out of. This is I feel like this is movie. That sounds so weird, but I was at Pittsburgh Ballet Theater.
Cool.
I was in their graduate program, which is kind of like a second company, and I had kind of been feeling like I didn't know that you may have felt this way a little bit, but I knew I wanted to do something else, but I just like didn't know what it was. So when I dropped
like in
out,
terms of like not really being in like a ballet company.
Yeah, so I was starting to get really burnt out. I was getting to classes and rehearsals at like the last minute, and I was just not happy. I was very burnt out. So when I dropped out, I just did like absolutely nothing. And I think that's a good thing. I've told a lot of people this that have said like, I don't want to do this, but I don't know what I want to do. I did absolutely nothing for like 2 months. I have to plug in my... Does that work? Yes, okay. So I did nothing for about 2 months, and I enrolled in some acting classes at the local, at a Point Park. It's an awesome arts college. And I did some of their community acting classes. I was actually initially offered a local movie at the time, but it didn't end up going through before I moved to New York. Foreshadowing for what I'm kind of, doing now. And then I started taking hip hop classes because I just thought dance was going to be in the back. So I just started doing hip hop just to do something different, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. It was very confusing at first, as I'm sure you can
Yes.
too. My parents were definitely confused.
Definitely having to be in the ground instead of floating, and totally different.
Pulled up, and you're always like told to make like no sound, and it was like, what do you mean I have to like
Yeah, like
stomp the floor
oh, totally.
like that? You're like grounded in such a different way. But there was something about him I just started to really love. At first, I was like not interested because it seemed very, I don't know. I just like didn't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time, so I was just kind of like very confused. So like nothing was sounding good. But I applied at like the very last minute. Ended up finding out I got in like a day later. And I had moved to New York like a week or so before. No, it was 3 weeks. 3 weeks before Pro Sem. I did Pro Sem. That was a wild ride. I don't know how Pro Sem was for you, but it was wild.
It's definitely a wild program. There's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But I think it's a good, it gives you kind of a crash course in New York City, I think, and like dance at BDC.
And that was where I took Bo's. Bo's class was actually my like first or second class like ever at BDC, and was just like, who is this woman? I just need her choreography in my life.
Oh yeah,
and that was
she's unreal.
Like this, I was like, whatever this is, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And so when I got through Pro Sem, I was just like, this is what I want to do. Like I'm gonna do hip hop. This is the style that I want to do. And I also found Kenichi as well, and that led to doing a lot of work with him in the next year. I got to assist him for last year's Pro Sem auditions, which was
so fun.
An incredible full circle moment for me. I loved it. I had so much fun. I was so nervous. But everybody is so supportive in Pro Sem.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, people like didn't even know me, and they were like, just like super happy to be there.
Yeah, it's definitely a great community of like, especially if you are moving to New York and you don't know anything and you don't know anyone. I was really grateful to have that kind of community when I first got here.
Mm-hmm. And like, I'm friends with a lot of the people that I did Pro Sem with. That led to other friendships and stuff like that. I just think it was like one of the best decisions I could have made first being in New York. It was difficult, but it definitely did a lot of good for me.
Totally.
So as far as makeup goes, what I'm doing next is you want to take like a fluffy brush and you're gonna go into the black eyeshadow.
Okay.
The Ever So Scary. And let's see what you can do next. What you actually can do is go right under the nose and just kind of shade it right at the bottom.
Shade it on the bottom. Okay.
So it kind of looks like that. Like, not super neat, but just want to make it.
I started to give myself a bit of a mustache. Is that not the right situation?
We're good. We're good.
Oops. Okay.
Kind of look like that.
Yeah. I see. It's a little gray. So not this. This was a mistake. Okay. So while I think you're doing like more detailed, beautiful makeup. But I would like to get into one of my first games. We're gonna do Would you rather? So, this is one of my favorite things to do because I feel like it just really is a quick way to see how someone's brain works. So, and if you're watching live on YouTube, you can tell us what you would rather do. We have an awesome friend who I'm actually going to be interviewing in November who's watching, and they said, I love New York. And that's Thank Loop. That's Oliver. I always ruin his name. It's supposed to be pronounced in a more French way, and it's awesome. But definitely check out his new company that he's doing. I'm excited to talk to him about it. But would you rather have to sleep alone each night in a haunted house? Oh, that's perfect for Halloween. I swear I didn't pick it. Or be pooed on daily by a seagull?
Seagull. Definitely seagull.
Yeah. I don't think I could sleep like every night of your life in a haunted house. That's terrifying.
Yeah, I have only ever like a fake haunted house. I've only ever been to a fake haunted house once in my life, and I ended up getting so scared I took off running and smacked my head and my knee right into a door, and I couldn't walk for like 2 days.
Oh no. Yeah, so definitely pick the seagulls, definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Would you rather never be able to open your mouth or bark like a dog every time you saw a bus?
Oh no. I would go with the dog.
Same.
Dog. Yeah. Because I could at least explain it to people.
Yeah. And you could just like live in the suburbs where there's no public transportation.
You could work it like that.
Okay, last, would you rather? Would you rather have an apple tree growing in your stomach or have fish gills in your neck?
Fish gills.
Yeah. 'Cause
100%.
like I'm pretty sure an apple tree growing in your stomach would kill you.
Yeah, that's a solid point there.
Yeah. And we've got definitely picking the bark option for sure. Yeah, I think that's definitely the move because you can't eat if you can't open your mouth or sing or talk. So awesome. Well, perfect transition into we're kind of doing things a little different than normal because usually we're like making a craft, but this is kind of the thing that is one of your passions outside of dance, makeup, and then also doing TikTok and stuff. So how did you get into makeup?
I feel like it's for a lot of people. I feel like it's when I was a kid, I was really interested in like my mom's lipsticks, and I just kept putting on like more and more makeup when I was doing like performances when I was a kid. I would just like every time I could get a hold of it, it was just like I was putting more and more on. And then I was watching a lot of it on YouTube and looking at like tutorials on Pinterest. Pinterest is and always has been a huge part of my life. And then I remember I did kind of like a hummingbird themed look. It's like way back in the archives of my Instagram. It was like green and stuff like that. I was just sitting in my room for like 2 hours, and then I walked out, and my mom was just like, "Oh, you do this, okay?" And it just kind of like snowballed from there, and I just kind of kept doing different stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I'm always so fascinated. I mean, it really is art. All of those like cool makeup things. Are you a good artist, like drawing, and do you do like painting or any of that kind of stuff too, or is it like makeup is the thing? Also, I look like I have huge sideburns.
A lot. When I was in school, if I ever like doodled anything or I was in art class, I was always like okay with it. I actually used to want to be a fashion designer when I was a kid, so I was always drawing like clothes and stuff like that.
Cool.
But it didn't really last. Makeup is kind of like the only like non-performance art thing that I do. But it's very like it's a meditative thing as well, and it's just like it's one of my creative outlets.
Yeah, and so then how did you kind of get into TikTok? Or I guess first tell me the next step so then I'll do that while you talk.
So we're gonna go back to the liner.
Okay.
The marker, and we're gonna start drawing the teeth.
Oh God.
This is actually way easier than it looks. Or it might look easy. It's basically just a lot of lines. So you're basically just gonna start. You're not necessarily gonna go right into the inside of your mouth because we're gonna shade that a little bit later and make it look super spooky.
So the teeth are on top of my lips. Okay.
And they don't have to be in any sort of like...
Yeah, my skeleton has some dental issues.
The scarier...
Oh, it goes all the way out. Okay. Oh, wow.
So that's kind of what it's gonna look like.
Do I do it on the bottom too?
Yes.
Hmm.
And I didn't necessarily go too far past the line, like the line of your lip. But then once you get outside of your lip, you can kind of do it however you...
This is honestly just scary watching me do this. This is a spooky thing. Okay, cool. Should I have put white stuff on my face yet or no?
See, we're gonna get to that. When I did it, there wasn't a whole lot of white there, but it's kind of like, you know, if you want to add more white like around your face, you can.
Okay, cool.
Whatever. So we're gonna go back into the black eyeshadow and that fluffy brush once you're done with the teeth.
Cool. Okay, so how did you get into TikTok and making all of your funny videos and your more serious? You have some more serious acting videos on there.
I do, yes. So I feel like anybody who knows me or has known me in the past year knows that back in January, I just hated the idea of TikTok. Anytime I saw like the dance challenges or anything like that, I was just like, I thought it was so cringy. I hated it. I was like, you will never see me download TikTok like ever.
Oh no, your sound cut out. Are you there? Oh no, I can't hear you. Let me see. I think you've muted yourself somehow. Hello? It says guest has muted themselves. I swear, it's Mercury in retrograde. Try saying something now. I don't know what's going on. It is spooky season. Let's see, maybe leave and come back. Maybe that'll work, because I don't know why you, it says guest has muted themselves, so very strange, I don't know why. Oh no, she's frozen. Am I frozen? It could be my internet. If you're out there and you still see me, let me know. Hello. I think you're still there. Maybe I'm gonna hang up on you and then maybe come back. Let's see. Okay, I'm still here. Well, hey guys, welcome to my makeup tutorial. I'm obviously a pro, but let's see. Anyone have any questions for me? So basically, for anyone, Morgan's calling. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hello, are you here?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Amazing. We're back.
I had an alert on my weather app.
Oh, for the hurricane. Oh my gosh, don't even worry about it because we're here. We're alive. Okay.
Wait, so okay, what was the question? TikTok.
I think yes. And while you tell me about TikTok, I'm going to do a little fluffy shading of my scary mouth.
So this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is a little...
That is what it should look like, and then you can see what it looks like on me.
But yes, TikTok. Basically just thought I was going to be, just watching some funny videos. And it just kind of like spiraled from there, to be honest. Me and my roommate were kind of like coming up with some funny ideas and stuff like that. And then I found kind of like the acting side of TikTok.
That's the thing with TikTok. There's witch talk, there's craft talk, there's makeup talk. I didn't even know these things. See, I only have like 10 to 13-year-olds on TikTok because I just have it because of my students that I teach.
Right. When I first kind of like got the idea to do the acting ones, it felt so weird at first because I'm like, I don't know, it was just kind of like alone at home. And then like, because I had the interest in acting a while ago anyways, I don't know if you can hear that.
Is that the hurricane?
That's my, oh my God.
Don't worry, I can't hear it. We're just going for it. You know what? Today is weird. Spooky season is upon us. And we're just getting it done.
And at the same time, I'm kind of filling in some black really, really thick right in the middle where we could see. But I just kind of went for it with TikTok and was just like, you know what? It's at least practicing the acting stuff. And the more I did it, the more I was just kind of like, I love getting back into this. And I think that's, going back to some of the beauty in quarantine, kind of like finding out new things or going back to old things that you used to really like to do. And that's kind of acting for me with TikTok. So that's kind of one of my goals now is when I go back to New York, I want to bring like my acting into my career as well. And I feel like it's going to help with dancing as well.
Totally. I've also been wanting to get more into acting. I've taken some voiceover classes, but never actually any acting classes. And that's definitely on my goal list of things to do.
I did when I was 18, I took a acting intensive for teens when I had a stress fracture in Orlando, Florida, back in 2016. So I had a little bit there. I had taken the acting classes, so that's kind of where it goes hand in hand with TikTok. And it's just really fun because I started coming up with my own storylines and certain things that people were doing with certain audios kind of gave me other ideas as well. And that's when I kind of started finding different things within my life that would just happen where I was like, oh, I can make a video of that. Or I can reenact that. I have a video that I reenacted something that happened. I was going into a liquor store so much that the cashiers knew who I was. And so I like made a video reenacting it, and it has like over 250,000 views now.
It's so
So
crazy.
it's
Like,
just
you can
like
really connect with people in a totally different way.
definitely, and I love that idea of like connecting with people and like having a platform to kind of like I've made friends that I've never even met over TikTok, and I think that's another, beauty of it is like people are so nice a lot of the time, within our world, you kind of find the people that like make things um so much more enjoyable, like the people that are complete strangers but yet they're just like so kind.
Hmm.
So that's what I've loved about TikTok is like connecting, but also connecting with the things that I like doing and just kind of having fun.
I love that. And I know that you recently changed the name of your TikTok. First, tell me the next step. I tried to copy you with my mouth, and
It
it's
looks
definitely
great.
scary. I look terrifying. You
It
are
looks
like a
great.
piece of art. But,
So you have the white,
yes,
correct? So we're gonna do a little bit of that. If you have,
I've got
depending on what,
I got like a bunch of white stuff.
do you have a small brush? Because mine's like an
I
eyeliner.
do. Let's see here. Yes. Oh, I think this is an eyeliner brush. Ah, so are
Basically,
you
what you're
filling
gonna
in the
do is,
teeth?
yep.
Okay, cool. Amazing.
So, yeah. Just painting in those spaces. Doesn't have to be super neat. Mine definitely is not. But there's some people like on TikTok with like a lot of like the Halloween makeup, like cosplayers. Like TikTok is a cosplayer's heaven. And some of the designs that they're able to do are like they just put me to absolute shame.
Well, wait till they see what I can do. Insane. I look insane, but this is very cool. I feel like maybe if I use a better mirror. I mean, I don't know. This is very hard. I mean, a lot of people I know, they think like they see this kind of stuff and they're like, "Oh, I could do that. That's so easy." And it's like, no, it really does take a lot of skill.
Makeup truly is another art form if you really want it to be like for yourself.
Have you ever thought about going into makeup more professionally?
I have definitely thought about it. A couple months after I moved to New York, I ended up meeting um, Kaylani's makeup artist. And I went to it wasn't like an event. It was like a makeup artist like class. And I went with someone that Aurelia Michael connected me with,
Oh, cool.
who was friends with the makeup artist that was doing the class. And I ended up like hanging out with them, and they like rode in an Uber home with this like famous makeup artist and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Oh
And
my
they actually
goodness.
asked me like, "Oh, where do you work? Like do you work professionally?" And like I had my makeup done, and I was like, no, I'm a dancer. I'm not a makeup artist." So it was kind of like after that where like these makeup artists thought that I was like one of them. I
That's
was
a
like,
good
okay,
boost.
all right. So I've definitely thought about doing it professionally, and getting certified and stuff like that. Um, but I've definitely been asked about YouTube a lot. That is
So you're
coming.
planning on starting your YouTube channel. Is that going to be makeup
Yes.
focused?
Yes. I do want to
Awesome.
do a lot of makeup on there. And maybe, once it gets off the ground, branch out into some other things, some fashion stuff. That would be fun to do. I would love to do something like that. But I've been asked about a YouTube channel for like 4 years, so I feel like
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, honestly,
like
like, what do we have to lose at this point? You know, it's like,
exactly.
just do anything at this point. Like, why not, you know?
Have pitchforks in my front yard if I don't do it soon for some people.
Oh my goodness. Well, I definitely will check that out. I'm excited. Maybe I can finally learn how to do some makeup. So while we're still working on this makeup look, because I'm literally, it's very spooky. It's good that we're intentionally being spooky because I look insane. And if we were trying to look cute, I would still look insane.
This is not glamorous, which I can also do on my YouTube channel, but this glam is not the go-to.
I think this is great, and I am going to ask you some questions. So, basically, these are a bunch of different questions. They're roughly categorized by color, and I'm going to just pick one of each one randomly, and we will answer them, or well, you'll answer them, I will ask them, and we can keep working on our makeup as we go, but I wanted to make sure that we get these in, so pick a color, any color.
Let's go with blue.
Awesome. So, has life been hard on you so far? That's a deep one to start off with. Some of these are very deep questions, I'll warn you.
That's okay. Has life been hard on me? I will say no. I feel like life is hard, but I feel like that's a doozy of a question.
I know. And
I think the thing that you hear when you say that life happens or things happen for you and not to you is like a really important thing to like keep in mind. 'Cause like, yeah, I've had my hard moments, like going through pro sem and kind of wanting to do hip hop was extremely difficult. It was extremely confusing. Like I had days where I was just like, I don't know what's happening, and it was definitely very hard. Living in New York City can be very hard and very difficult. It can be lonely. But I think you can come to points in life where you can get clarity as to why those hard things were happening. You kind of understand what it was like teaching you, and like the hard things help you grow into the better parts of life.
I love that. Okay, pick a color. Also, I just put some random white up here. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but I just felt like I should do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you. Let your creativity flow.
And what is the next makeup step I should be hoping to do?
So at this point, we can probably move on to whatever eye you want to do. If you want to do eyeliner, if you want to do something smoky.
Okay, cool.
That can be really up to you.
I'm going to just go crazy. Yeah. Okay, so this is a weird one. I'm actually going to change it up because it's another would you rather. I don't know why I included it. Okay, what is the most expired item in your fridge?
Most expired item? What?
I know, that's a really weird question.
I think... It's probably some sort of vegetable, to be honest.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like when you go shopping and you have those
like, I'm gonna eat 45 zucchinis this week, and then you're like, just kidding, I'm gonna have pasta every night.
It's probably that, actually. The zucchini in my fridge, that's probably not doing too well right now.
Amazing. Okay, next question. What do you hope to achieve by the age of 50? That's a nice one.
Ooh, what do I hope to achieve? I feel like I want to have like 4 different lifetimes within one. To be honest, like I want to be a performer, but I also like want to own a horse ranch.
Ooh.
I used to ride horses when I was a kid every summer before I got serious about dance. So I would love to own a horse. I would love to own a monkey.
A
To be
monkey?
honest, I love monkeys. This is kind of like, I don't know, a quirk or something like that. I love sock monkeys. Like the whole like sock monkey like franchise. I love it, but I have 0 sock monkey items.
Oh my gosh, you should make
Like,
one.
I don't know why, but I love the little sock monkeys, but I have absolutely none of them. But I love little monkeys. I love little spider monkeys. There's a little tamarin like baby monkey that's like smaller than my hand at our local zoo, and I love it. I love it so much. So I want to own a monkey by the time I'm 50. So,
Wow, okay. Interesting. And the last question of these, when was the last time you completely lost yourself in something?
ooh. Last time I lost myself in something, I think it probably. I feel like that happens a lot when I'm doing makeup, actually, because it's something that I focus so hard on, and it's so like I don't even know that time is going by, and I'm just adding things, and like sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't, but I think the best is like when I just kind of start adding things, and like I lose myself to it and I finish it, and I'm just like, oh wow, I didn't know I could do that. It's definitely happened to me making videos before, and I'll not think a whole lot about it, and like my mom will watch it and she's just like, I didn't even know that you could do that. And it's like, oh wow, neither did I.
We got a comment from my friend Maya who says we look so sick. So that's really
Thank
good because
you.
I know I look ill, as in.
I think you look
Ter-
amazing.
Okay,
I really
thank
do.
you. I need to stop putting myself down. This is. Maybe I'll just keep this on until Halloween, honestly.
I would be lying if I said I didn't just go to bed in actually it wasn't this makeup. It was a different makeup look that I just decided to go to sleep in because it was 3 a.m. and I was
It
tired.
does. It really takes so long, and I don't think people always understand that, how long these makeup looks take people.
Oh yeah, there's some people like I reference TikTok a lot. My mom could attest to that. But there are some people that are like, it takes me like 8 to 12 hours to do certain looks. And I'm just like, oh my god.
That is truly amazing. Oh my
And
gosh.
there's like, I haven't even broken into the whole like, prosthetics and latex and the fake blood and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's honestly like special effects makeup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Okay, well, this is my last official question. It is the last official question is, what brings out your most creative self?
I would have to say, what brings out my most creative self? Other people. Like, I get a lot of inspiration from other people, and that's I think what carried me so much through my journey in New York. Was I watched so much, and I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed in quarantine is that I love watching other people do what they do, because it's just like it's like magic, to be honest. To me, it's like watching magic, watching somebody be good at what they do.
Yeah. When you can tell someone is really doing what they're supposed to be doing, I totally agree with that.
So I think that's other people inspire me a lot. I don't think my growth really in anything, whether it's acting, dancing, makeup, I don't think anybody's growth is quite the same unless you're observing. I learn a lot by watching. That's kind of like I'm a visual learner. I'm a very hands-on learner. If I can see it, it makes the biggest difference for me.
I love that. I'm so distracted by my scary face.
I think you look great.
Oh my gosh, this was so fun. I always look at cool makeup stuff and I'm always too scared to try it. So you've inspired me today to really give it more of a shot. Maybe I'll buy a primer.
Primer, I mean, that's the first step in makeup a lot of the time. So that's a really good place to start. And you don't even always have to spend a lot of money on makeup for it to be like quote unquote good.
That's true. You can get drugstore makeup. Anyone can do it. So cool. Well, do you have anything you'd like to plug? I know your Instagram is listed here. No, that's not how you say it. MOFOSTER 119.
Yes.
And then anything else? I mean, we'll definitely tag like your YouTube when that comes out. Oh no. We lost her. It was a spooky thing. I don't know what happened. Well, maybe she'll call back. But today has been spooky and haunting. I'll just plug Morgan. Her Instagram is right here. And definitely check that out. And she posts all her TikTok stuff on Instagram as well, so you can definitely check it out. I know it's Foster I have to see. I know she just recently changed her TikTok, but I will definitely link that below. I don't know if she's coming back. I don't know what happened. I know she's like having a hurricane, so the world is insane right now. But thank you guys for watching. Definitely check out the podcast version of this episode. It will come out in a few weeks. Last week, my episode with Maya came out, and this week it will be my episode with episode 9 will be coming out this Friday. So definitely check that out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment below. If you try to do a spooky skeleton look, definitely tag us and let us know how it went for you. And yeah, I think that's it. I think maybe her phone died or something happened technologically. We can blame it on Mercury in retrograde. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna practice, and I swear I'll get better at this because I look scary. All right, have a great night. Bye.